What it do, shiny crew? That was really awkward. But welcome back to my channel. Before you watch this video, please like and subscribe. And yeah, so let's get started. Today's video is going to be middle school talk quickly. So I'm pretty much going to be going by months worth of school and wrapping it up into like, I don't know, a couple minutes. Or not a couple, not so long. Okay, so anyways, as you guys may know or may not know, probably, I am in sixth grade, and sixth grade is really, it's very weird. Like when you first show up, you like just feel weird, like you just feel like out of place. And whenever somebody like addresses you, they'll say hi sixth grader or hi little kid, and it's not fun, but you get used to it, and then you'll be in another grade, and it just keeps going. But yeah, eventually, like you just became the little kids again after being the big fifth graders. And as people may say, it is actually true. That is how it goes. You just like are here. You're like the top dogs of a school, and then because after 5 years you finally get to be at the top, and then you're down here again. Anyways, the first week, was really, I thought I was really nervous. I wasn't late to any of my classes the first week, surprisingly, and I was like really scared that I was gonna be late. I wasn't gonna be able to open my locker. I wasn't gonna be able to put anything in. I wasn't gonna be able to, I don't know, like have time to go to classes or use the bathroom during class, like during switch time and all that. But it was actually okay. The first week I kept thinking I was gonna be late, so I was like rushing, and every day after school I would like fix my binders up so I can just grab them and go, but it was really hard. So then we got more into the year, and it just became like a natural routine. But then you have your middle of the year course, and then you have to like switch everything all over again. And the only thing good about that was probably is because it wasn't hard for me to open my locker because I already know it, and we didn't have to switch lockers or anything. And yeah, so in this case, a lot of people from fifth grade actually came to the school, and I met a lot of new people. And then of course there was the older kids, and everything was kind of weird. And a lot of sixth graders that I've seen were like a lot shorter than me. When I actually got to sixth grade myself, everybody was like taller than me. Like everybody was really tall, and I'm a really tall person, so it was like weird. I was like, whoa, this is weird because how many people are usually taller than me? Anyways, so yeah, I just got to school. I kind of looked around. The first few, for actually a long time, I just walked with my head down because it was like weird being in sixth grade. I just didn't want to look at anybody because I just felt like so out of place there. It was so awkward. Like every time I dropped my stuff in the hallway, it would just be so awkward. Like I would just look around at everything. And every day I rushed to class because I'm still afraid of ever being late, which is, still bad because you still get tension. And yes, they do that now. I don't know if it's after school or what it is. I guess it depends on the school. But yeah, they do detention and stuff. And detention, I've never been, and I never will be. So yeah, and hopefully, and so now yes, let's talk about something else. In middle school, people are mean, and sometimes you're just gonna kind of learn to brush them off. At first, when I first encountered my first mean person, I was like just crying and everything because I was like so sad. And yeah, it got better. I mean, things change. Like up, um, you switch up your wardrobe, you switch up your classes, you switch up your attitude, like you just change once you get into middle school because everything's just different and you're like becoming a different person as you like get older and older and older. You become somebody else. Like you go from like a young adult to a senior, and there's a big change there of how you start acting. And like you might one minute you might be woo woo, and the next minute you're like, oh, my back. Oh, I can't even bend down to get that paper clip. So yeah, it just changes. And and you're a kid and you're just like, oh, I gotta run a class, and it's weird. And yeah, and it is really hard, like just maintaining everything, making sure you have everything done on time. And the way you can do that is just focus on what you're trying to get done. Like right now, I have a important folder that I keep every important thing in, and that's one good tip on getting through middle school and not forgetting all your homework and stuff, is having one important folder. One, not two, not three, for different subjects. Just do one so you don't have all these to run through and find, and just have one and sort it by classes. Which what I do with mine is I go with my first hours before lunch, and then I go with my last 3 hours before lunch. I go with my first 4 hours and then my last 3 hours in separate parts of the folder, because you know how folders have different compartments, two of them. And so yeah, I just separate them, and it's easy. And you just gotta kind of go through it every day. And I keep my schedule in there because I got a new schedule, and yeah, it's really nice. And I think gym was like weird in school because like we had to do a pacer test, and at first we had to do these like half-mile runs, and then we had to do an actual mile run, and then we had to do regular run every day, run like 2 laps, 4 laps around the gym, it depends. And everything was just weird, like everything was different, all the teachers were different, and yeah, they like all were really different from the elementary school teachers. Like all the elementary school teachers were like sweet and nice, and the middle school teachers are still nice, but they don't play around. Like you guys gotta like grow up. That's what they're like now. Like you gotta grow up and stop being so, childish. And it is really true. You just gotta grow up, and you gotta eventually. Can't stay a child forever. Sadly, you cannot. So yeah, I still do dance. I can still like maintain them both. You just gotta do your homework first, and then work on dance and stuff. And usually I just write stuff down all the time, because if you write stuff down, it helps. Like having a planner and having all this stuff really helps you. Like just organizing things into one special thing. Like it depends on what you're trying to like split up. Like if you have a school folder and then you have a dance folder, you can have like different things. I have a million different binders for each class, which I gotta change because we changed our classes. Because after midterm, you change your classes, and then you have finals. And yeah, and then that's the end of the year. And yeah, I'm nervous for finals, but you just gotta study and practice, and do all the stuff you gotta do to get through the year. And yeah, the first time. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you the first time versus the last time. Actually, we aren't in our last time yet, middle of the year. But yeah, the first time I went to middle school versus now. Okay, so the first time I was in school, my first day, I don't know. Like I was in the 8th grade science room. Yeah, it was awkward. I was just sitting there, and the 8th graders like, why are these little 6th graders in our classroom? And I was just confused because, like, I don't know. I was just confused because I was in the wrong room, and I didn't know where to go, and I was scared to be late to class, even though, we still got a little extra time because it was our first, week. And hopefully they do that at your school too, because it was nice. I didn't really need it though, because I still made it. But, once you like get around, you get around and you understand more. Like on my schedule, I had to write walk past. Like you could say, this isn't true, but you could be like walk past the blue lockers or red lockers or purple lockers, or whatever lockers you have to get to social studies or math or science or wherever you gotta go. And then you can like make notes of where everything is. And eventually you find shortcuts, which I actually found to get from my locker to where I need to go. And like around the corner, or maybe like there's a side hallway that you can go through that you never knew about. And yeah, so yeah, it's middle school is different, definitely, from elementary school. You don't get up as much. You don't. You do get up more, and you don't have recess. Recess is probably one thing that, if you're in fifth grade or fourth grade or whatever grade, you're probably scared about losing. But I haven't really thought about recess ever since I got into middle school, surprisingly. And yeah, recess is just, it's fun. It's time to get out and be free, but you still have electives, which offer fun too. But there is some required electives, but they're required, and you have to take them. And like, it may be gym. You may have to take computers. You might have to take music. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know. You might have to take it. Or you might have to take, I don't know. But yeah, I guess once you get older, then you get more electives. So another tip what to do is you need to get all of your required electives out of the way. Like, you need to do them when you have the chance to do them, so you can get them out of the way, be done, so that when you're in your last few years in middle school, that you have a fun, full year of just electives, real electives, not the ones that you have to do and you don't have to worry about them. So yeah, like once you get through maybe Spanish or whatever, if you have to take that, then you can be flexible for 7th and 8th grade or 6th grade or whatever. And yeah, so middle school is definitely tough. And when you get there, I think one thing that I want to tell you guys is to be very organized and on time with your work. Like, because a lot of times they'll give you one night to finish your work. No matter how long it is, it could be like 20 pages, and you have one night to do it. And if you decide not to do it, then you're just gonna get a bad grade, especially in the beginning of the year or beginning of a semester, and you haven't done anything yet. If you're missing one thing, it really counts. Like, it could be the difference. Like, if you had 3 assignments, like a syllabus, a writing worksheet, and a shapes measuring thing, I don't know, and you forget your syllabus, and they say it's like 10 points, then you're gonna get an E, because it's like really important, especially if you don't do good on your other work. Now, turning things in on time is a very important part of your grade. So is doing the work right, but they won't know if you don't turn it in on time, because some teachers won't even take it after it's turned in. Like, they'll just be like, nope, you can't turn this in because it's late and we're not taking it from you. And a lot of teachers do that. And yeah, so nothing you can do about it. And so yeah, just bring on water bottles to be hydrated. A lot of times, I don't know why, I just started doing this. Every time, I always leave my water bottle everywhere. Like, I always lose my water bottle, and I don't know why. And it just always happens, and it's like crazy, because I try to keep my water bottle with me, and then the next thing I know, I forget it. I have to go back into this. But yeah, I feel like if you do NWEA or M steps. I mean, since it's the middle of the year, M step hasn't happened yet. But when it does happen, you gotta just study a lot for it. I mean, there's nothing you can really do because you have to get through middle school at least. I mean, middle school is still important because how are you going to get to high school with good grades if you can barely keep up doing your work in middle school? And we have less work, maybe more time to get to classes. And yeah, I think you have, like, in high school is where it all matters. So if you don't try your best and do your best and learn as much as you can in middle school, then high school is going to be really, really hard. And you want to make high school easy for you by learning and doing everything you're supposed to do in middle school, so that in high school you can just be blooming like a blossom. And then they'll see you on your college applications, and then they'll be like, wow, this person is a really good person. Or, oh, the state just seeing your GPA and is automatically like, hey, I want to scholarship this person fully, which is really awesome. And yeah, so yeah, guys, just, I don't know, okay, here's the 3 steps for getting through middle school. Be prepared, like turning your stuff in on time and having folders and notebooks to separate everything that's important. And the second rule is just don't be shy. You gotta open up. And the last rule, this is a very important one, is just be yourself. I mean, you can get through middle school being yourself. Don't like be somebody you're not. Don't be mean, because you don't have to be mean just because people are mean and they change, and you don't have to change. I mean, if you like Doc McStuffins, you can still like Doc McStuffins. Nobody's putting it against you just because you're in middle school and you like it and they don't. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching this video, and I will come back with another hit video for you guys. And thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and please follow my cousin Tatiana Firefox and BPS and more, something like that. And Tatiana Firefox, just follow her, and she's my cousin and I love her. And follow Harley Safari, she's my little sister and I love her too. And thank you guys for watching. Peace.